Okay, okay, let me get that timer started. Rocking and... Timer no work. Timer no working. Timer is broken. Okay, let me take a screenshot of it, because it is going to die. It's pretty much gonzo. Why am I so zoomed in? Why am I so zoomed in? What's this one? Let's use this one, right? Why zoom in so much? Also, I'm over here. Like, why are you looking over there? There's not a need, is there? There's no need, man. Alright. Here's my plan. It doesn't concern you. I'm going to sort out this clock situation, this timer situation. 1750917. What up, SDK mans? Okay, you ready? The timer's gonna refresh. So sad. So sad, but I can work on that shit. How's it going, Sai? I need to... Why did you rename yourself to SDK Mans? Why not Sai? Why not Bouncy? Bansai. Bansai! Bansai! 175. The minutes is 09. The seconds are 17. Set. Bang. Lovely. Fantastic. I don't know, I use that username too much. You don't. I mean, that's your fucking username, you know? I call myself Limlam. That's my username. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm at every time. And fade. Wow. So, here's what we've got going on. So, my singing teacher has sent me a song that he's been fucking working on for, I shit you not, over a decade, over 10 years, right? Here's the backing track. I don't know what the volumes are like. Hopefully it's not too loud. Here's the backing track. Turn that volume down a bit. Okay, so that's the backing track. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Here's the vocals. And I just combine them. I use that like in every game and every social media platform. Do it, bro. Bop. You and your bops, bro. I quite like it. That's a full-on catchphrase you got yourself. So, I did that, and then this is the one that he sent me. I think. So clippy. And then this is the one that I mixed down and made, I think. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, this is just the mix down, and then this is the mastering. I don't actually know. I've no clue. I've probably got the mastering here. Yeah, I've got the mastering on here. Whatever. I mean, this is what we ended up with. Right? Whatever. Sure. Now, here's the problem. But doing this for a decade is crazy. It is. It's insane. It's insane. I don't know how he has the patience. He literally, he wrote it, and then he kept doing iterations throughout time, and he's like, I don't want to record it until I get proper equipment or whatever the fuck. There was always a reason to not record it, and he's finally recorded it, and he still needs it to be mixed down nicely. Luckily for him, I love doing mix down, so I was like, look, I'll do it for free, and he's offered me a free singing lesson as a result. It's a win. Now, here's the problem. And it is a problem. He sent me all of these fucking audio files, and they aren't in time.
What you need is all you see in front of you. 'Cause baby, yeah.
Which unfortunately means I've got to place it one by one where they go, which is just fucking ridiculous. Thankfully, I've already got the plugins on and all that sort of fun stuff. But, I mean, fuck me, those vocals are crazy. I need to chill out. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, and I wish they were just in time, but they're not. They're not. They're just fucking random little pieces that I've got to move around and sort myself. Does that make sense? Stuttering, I know. I stutter. I'm a stuttery boy. But do you know what I mean? Look at this one. This one's just fucking. There's no fucking nothing there. That's what this is. That's nothingness. There's literally not a single sound there. And so that's what I'm gonna try to do in this episode. Yeah, they're not in order. I've literally just got to. I could try to maybe match them up. I don't even fucking know. All right, so I guess I listen to this and then see where it is.
What you need is all you see and
Ah, shit. Okay, so here's the fucking problem with this. This is frustrating, to say the least. They've all got warp on. They should all have warp off, which means they are not how they should be. Ah, okay, so.
what you need is all you see.
Hey, clip in. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to have a singing lesson with him. I'm teaching him. You know what? Fuck this. Straight up, I'm putting it on my to-do list to not fucking do this. I'm going to arrange a singing lesson with him instead. And tell him what the problem is with this. Okay, because I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. This is hours. And already the mix down takes hours. Yeah? Mix down already takes hours. Mastering already takes hours. I'm not doing this as well. I'm not doing his composition. For free, brother. For free. I told him I would do it for free, to be fair, because I said I'd love to practice. And he's been teaching me so long. But it doesn't equate. It doesn't equate. Just make some goofy beats again. Fuck yeah. All right, you know what? I love that. I love that. New live set. Save it, because don't care. Doesn't matter. Do we have any pre-made goofy beats that we could work on? Nah, look, we've got Vulgar Display, which is a collaboration with a friend, so I can't work on that. David, that's my singing teacher. I can't work on that. B0, that's a collaboration with a friend, and then Popsicle, which is also a collaboration with a friend. So I can't work on any of those yet. Let's start fresh. Let's start fresh. I love it. What we could do, bro, is literally just have a listen to some of the stuff that we've made. It might inspire us. It might not. Let's have a listen. Sure, that's Crud. Hang on, let me move this down so you can see the names of it. That one I've called Crud. So this is my user 2025. This is the shit that I've been. Okay, so Crunchy 808 baseline. Damn. All right, sure, whatever. Fuck, I don't know, man. I think you named this one, if I'm not mistaken. Awesome. What up, Tony? Welcome to the stream, big dog. Let's have a listen to Freaky Shit. Maybe it's good. Oh, it was Ton. Ooh. I love this sound. I heavy fuck with that sound. Good one. I just made Boopity Bop. True. I still need to do the mix for that. But I need to do the mix for all of these. I think I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. I think... No, they're not in alphabetical order. They're literally in order of time when I made it. And the oldest ones are at the bottom. I've been working my way downwards, which is the issue. That's why they're not moving. Okay, I need to work my way up. Gritty 2 bounce. Sure. Gritty tube plug. All right, fuck all this shit. Let's start from scratch. And lovely. All right, you guys get to choose how we start. I'm thinking we do Serum 2 tables just because they're fun. We're gonna do digital. I want you to choose any letter from the alphabet. You've got 10 seconds to choose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, C. We're going to go to C, and I'm just going to randomly... Oh, there's only 2. Let's do both of them. Fuck it. I wish that you had all my gear, and I had your skills. Bro, do you have a lot of gear? I've got fucking nothing. I don't even have a keyboard. I don't even have a MIDI keyboard. That's why all of my shit is software. But another 2. Sorry, another C I'm going to do for this one. Digital C chord, C morph and chord. All right, I'm going to reduce the random because I always like to keep my random nice and low. I personally, Tony, I also wish that I had your gear, and I'm more than happy to teach you my skills. You can take my skills. Give me your gear. So that's what that shit sounds like right now. Fucking high pitched, which makes sense. This is crazy high. Sure, and this is nothing. There's no movement? Okay, it's literally just one fucking... Alright, that's fine. So, this one is the simplest form. I'm going to bring that all the way down to -4. I'm going to turn this one off for now to have a listen. You need to calm down, Sai. Your ears are just not ready for it, that's all. They're going to be ready for it. This is just a fucking sine wave. Oh my god, that is fucking beautiful. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're working on here. Come on. Majestical. It is, isn't it? That's pretty. Let's lower the... Let me work on this LFO a bit. Too long? Okay, cool. And we are going to what? FM from motherfucking B. Who would have thunk it or thought it? I'm gonna lower the octave. Maybe here. I have enough to say that I have a professional home studio geared towards live performance, but I can also record 16 tracks in real time, almost all analog and DAW-less. Mad. Mad. I can do 1 track. Through a microphone, 1 microphone. I've got a fucking thing, but that's only for DJing, so yeah, there's no way of me getting any MIDI things into my laptop or anything like that. I don't have it. It's a bit of a shame, but I guess it doesn't matter because I do what I can with what I got, and I don't know shit hardly. Bro, that is such a shame. But then again, you do live performances. It's a different ball game, isn't it? We're going to make this more square wavy. Ooh, quantize might work. It's very messy, but bear with. That's the fun part, Anthony. Learn it. Yeah, it is. It is literally the fun part. This shit is sounding super, super wet and wiggly, and I think maybe we lean into that. Do we need LFO? We do need LFO. It do be ass learning. But here's the thing. Right now, what we're doing right now, it's learning. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I have no fucking clue. I mean, look, I know what a lot of this stuff does, but I don't know what the effect is going to be a lot of the time. I don't know how it's going to sound. I've never done what I'm doing right now ever before, right? I'm just fucking around, and this is learning. And that's the whole fucking point. The art is learning. Making songs is learning. If you're doing something that you're not learning, then buddy, it's already been made before. You know, that's not self-expression. You're fucking doing the same thing. Yeah, you're not learning. This is such a weird one. There's a lot of fun to be had here. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so I think the problem is that this is C morph, which I don't really even fucking know what note this is. That sounds ass, to be honest. You should clean it up. Yeah, I should. But let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got first. Some of these are weird, trippy sounds. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. But let's just see what we got. See what is sharing itself to us. We don't need to save this. We don't need to keep going. None of it matters. Yeah. We're exploring. We could make this go down to 1, just 1%, and turn this down to 8, and make it envelope. I don't know how it goes back down again there. I don't know. There's literally no movement that I can see there. We could have a little fun there. So it ends up there. We want it to start there. Sounds like a sci-fi film. Yeah, it does. It does sound sci-fi. Let's just see what happens. You see, we would never know what was gonna happen if we gave up on this sound. This is fucking awesome. I like this. I like right here. I'm thinking this should sound the same. Alright, cool. We're gonna put it onto mono because it kind of has to be mono at this point. I mean, I'm hearing some options already with this, but let me put on some bend and just kind of see what happens with this. It could get really weird, but I don't know. Nope, not that way. Nope, don't like bend. But there are other... We could try that. It might be just a bit too much. It is too much. Ooh, asymmetry. Nope. No, this is the same thing. Nope. Ooh, flip, potentially. Nah, it just adds clipping. Okay, alright, I think that's it. I think that's a nice movement that can and should be done very slowly. Too fast. Too much. Where does mirror start? It literally starts there, so we'll have it move tiny and do it on retrigger. Okay, that's what I think we need. I'm going to do a bit of that, reduce that down slightly, bring that to half, and I think that should be it. Too much, because it shouldn't be going upwards, it should only be going downwards. What's this on? Oh, quantize. Okay, we can try. My worry is that that's going to be too much movement. Okay, bring it down to 1. Never mind, it's a bop. I don't care if it sounds ass. it does sound ass. But yeah, it is a bop. It's weird. Because, look, here's the thing. There is use for it, right? It's probably not, maybe it's not a main synth, but it could absolutely be. Imagine, like, right? There's potential there. It's weird as fuck, and this is only the starting point. You know what I mean? Go with the flow, see what happens. We don't need to keep it. We can absolutely scrap it. We could always move this. We can have that. That's lovely. I'm going to I'm going to make that C0 so that I know, and LFO to main point adjust. Yeah, so I know that I can adjust this. And it just makes some really cool stuff. All right, I'm thinking, what if we get some noise involved? But let's just explore what we've got. Yeah, I don't know what Elysium is. I don't know what any of these are actually. It's not. It's 2. Although the attack kicks, we want to have it. All right. Okay. Fuck the noise. I can't think of anything fun to do with that. Honestly, it's pretty decent as is. Should we let's get the effects going on, and go on, you choose. You know, have fun with it. Do you want bowed or flanger? So bowed, flanger, or filter. You got 6 seconds to decide. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to go with bowed because you took too long. Show me the diff. I can't, because whatever one we choose, I'm going to hone in and try lots of different things with it. Oh, I see what you mean. Show you the difference between, nah. It would take too long. I can't even remember what they were. It was bode, filter, and probably wasn't convolve. Was it flanger? Bro, the delay was crazy. I see. I'm going to add delay to this, by the way, and that's going to make it super tricky, but I'm going to do it at the end. I think phaser. But okay, so bode is the frequency shifter. So, right? Filter is like an EQ, but you've got lots of different sort of shapes and stuff, so it could look like that. Right? Lots of different fun things to do. And then phaser, you know the phaser. All right, so that's you. Those are your options. Oh shit, not chorus. So bode, phaser or filter. EQ. Okay, filter is what you mean. All right, that's fine. I can fuck with filter. Let's do PP12. Let's go PP. And we'll adjust a bit of this. Slightly. I want it to be a feeling, not a main part of the synth. Okay, without? With. Yeah, it's a feeling. All right, cool. So now you get the choice. Do you want reverb, delay, or convolve? You've got 10 seconds to decide. 10, 9, 8, 7. Delay. Fucking love it. I'm so glad you chose delay. Now, we could go with the very simple, you know, it's already got delay on, yeah? Very simple, just... and have it high end. Sounds quite wet. We could do that. I'm thinking of making it much more weird, so I'm going to change the separation between them. Fuck it, let's do milliseconds instead. Apologies, just exploring at the moment. Alright, let's fuck with that. Alright bro, good night. Thanks for coming down. Thanks bro, good luck with sleeping. You be acting like I be fighting demons in my sleep. Fuck you mean good luck with it? I genuinely good luck. I you know, wish you luck. Tonight, good luck, bro. I wish you all the best. Good luck with the sleep. See you later, bro. Let's modulate some of the frequency of that. Other way around. Other way around again. Let's modulate that feedback. Okay, hopefully it won't bite you and spicy you, bud. Changing the stream title because now we're working on making weird sense. That one was fine, it's this one. Whoops. That one was fine, it's the... Okay. Nope, not that. But it is one bar, and I quite like that idea. So we're going to have it maximum up and maximum down because I don't want it to sit around that frequency too much, because that is just distortion waiting to happen on that peak. Oh, it's already on there. Okay. I want it to start on the low end, but that wibble wobble was fucking delicious. Let's try 2 bars. Stick to 1 bar. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, give me 1 moment, please. All right, let's have a listen. Let's have the mix go up on that second half. That's good, but too extreme. We don't need it to be that extreme. We need it to be that extreme. Yep, but the inverse of that. About there. Awesome. Let me turn that back up. Blind me, please. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, there is much more fun stuff we could do. Let's try a flanger. Turn the feedback all the way up so that we can hear exactly where it is. Not a fan. Not a fan, honestly. I don't want to bring Convolve in because it's going to blur it too much. Yeah, too blurry. Don't want... I could put Hyper on there, put it at the beginning though. Without? With. Yeah, let's just decrease the detune a bit. Put retrigger on there. Without? With. Subtle, does the job. I don't want to bring distortion in here yet. I want to make it even more fucking awesome. Definitely, maybe because I want to sculpt the sound a bit more, but let's try the compressor. Could do, but let's actually put the distortion before the compressor. Just see what happens. Overdrive, of course. That's what happens. Cool, let's try it before the delay. Before the filter. With compressor on. Nope. Okay, let's try hard clip, because hard clip's got some cool colors. It's too heavy, it's too heavy. Alright, compressor. Awesome. Now I think let's add another delay onto that. Awesome. This time let's change this. Link it. Cool. And now unlink it. Cool. And reduce the mix. Awesome. And let's get utility in here, decrease the width a bit, because I'm going to put another delay in there. In fact, what might be cool is if we have the different highnesses at different widths. So this one should be last. So we have this one first, then we have this width control, and then we have that. There it is. Now we are fucking talking. Now what if we just have something simple underneath, not... I was going to say not this, but not bad actually. Cool concept. Alright, now what happens if I FM from A? It's awesome. Too much. Cool. Alright, what am I going to call this? I'm going to call it Daft Funk. I didn't mean to do capitals, but there you fucking well go. Daft Funk. But we're not done yet with Daft Funk. Because I do like the idea of having this extra wavetable and fucking with it. Alright, let's try some other wavetables such as Ethos, whatever that is. Alright, that's fine. Let's try phase distortion of P. Alright, let's go back to basic shapes. There's a sine wave there, would be awesome. Just leave it as cool and be called Macro 1. Fuck it. Daft. Funky. Okay. Swap warps. Start swapping hands. Swap warps. Let's do, oh yeah. We've got potential. Make that coordinates as well. Make that coordinate as well. Make that a coordinate as well. Bring that over here. Just fucking around, honestly. No clue what I'm doing. Or what the effect of anything I'll do has on anything. I think I've lost it. Let's start anew. Beautiful sound. Let's just start with that, man. Just an awesome sound. Let's chuck on a fucking phaser on that fucker. Awesome. Let's double it up. Awesome. Let's triple it up. Awesome. Let's mono this fucker. Should have just used a flanger then, but fuck it. Can we group? There's definitely a way to group. Lows and highs. Low, mids, highs. Mono and stereo. I like that. I like that. Oh, mid and sides. Yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it, really? Mid, mid, mid. And now it's actually mid. Staying mid, rather. There's actually no need for this shit, honestly. Let's get rid of that. Mono. Though we could turn off mono and see what happens. Not the best. It works with 2 notes, maybe. Let's reduce this down by 2 so that we can stay on C2. Awesome. There's a bit of bass that I don't want, so I'm going to EQ that out slightly. It's not a bass that I want, it's a specific frequency. Right there. Don't want it at all. Legato. Awesome, let's get flanges up in here, triple it. Change the note on depth, make it go both ways. Cool, double it, give it to the next person. Cool, double it, give it to the next person. Awesome, mono it again. Bass really strong, perhaps too strong. But it is following the notes. Multiband, that'll get rid of that bass. distortion, that'll fuck shit up. Let's try it without the compressor. Nope. Welcome, Mixin Vapor. Fat bass jack. well said, bro. I think I'm going to double it up and give it to the next person again. I love that extra crispiness after. Let me turn down the gain here and we get some more out of it. Alright, let's double it up and give it to the next person again. This time I'm going to keep it cleaner. What is that high frequency coming from? Shit, dog, I can't hear a high frequency. Is there a high frequency? Do you mean this? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean, that high frequency? Maybe this? So I could probably figure that out quite quickly. It's probably a phaser or a flanger. Let's have a listen. There we go. It was that. Oh, no, there's still something cooking there. Could be this one. Could be this one. Could be this one. Could be this. I think it was actually that one. Nope. Oh well. We may never know. Do you hate it? Do you not like it? I really quite like it. It's like erosion. Fucking brutally heavy. I quite like it. I really like it. In fact, I dare double it up. Kind of sounds like a bit like a Tool jackhammer, maybe. Yeah, it does actually. Let's fuck with the octave, see what happens. That's a jackhammer. I really like the movement that this has. You know, there's no reason for it to have that movement, but it's got that movement. I really like it. Speaking of movement, if we get a bode involved, we can get some more movements out of this. Let me put the bode right at the beginning and just sort of see what happens. Hear that? Already getting movement. I don't have my studio headphones. I have my Beat Studios on. I'm traveling in Alaska right now. I do like the noise itself, though. Gotcha. It's a very heavy sound, isn't it? I think this bode is a good idea. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to put envelope on the mix of this because that clippy part after is a bit annoying. I don't want it to keep clipping so much. There we go. And if I make it like that, it's gonna sound proper fat. Whatever. I kind of liked it before, to be honest. It's just that, yeah, fuck it. I'll have it like that because I can always bounce it as audio and then just remove that clippy sounds after that tail. All right, let's fuck with this shit and see what happens. Oh, it's just panning. Sounds like you're trying to... Are you making terror? I'm not making any... I'm just making fucking weird sounds. It could be whatever it is. I've no clue. Yeah, I mean, it does sound like it's terror-outy. I'm just following... You know, right now, I'm just following what this sound, to me, is what it needs. This is a very terror-outy sound. I'm down with the weird sounds, lol. Bro, me too. I'm glad. Without this, with. I think it's good. It adds extra dynamics to it, makes it more, has a little bit more movement. I'm going to throw on another compressor on there, multiband this time. Without, with. Not needed. Let's try single. Too much. I'm so sorry. Without, with. Nope. I think we might be done here, but let's try. Let's try something really fucking weird. Let's throw a chorus on right at the end of the mix. Actually, let's do it just before the utility, so it's not wide. Actually, do it after the utility. Just see what happens. Messy as fuck. Let's do it after, sorry, before the utility. Now that's going to keep, the utility is literally just putting it mono. All right, let's put some modulation on that fucker. Envelope, make it short. That's just made it longer. Let's loop it, fuck it, see what happens. I dig that. I don't know, man. Perhaps too messy. I think automation, maybe not. But there is something with this depth, right? There is something fucking awesome with this depth. Without chorus, sorry, let's bypass it and compare. Without chorus, with. With, right? But both are decent, to be honest. I'm gonna stick with. What's your thoughts here? Mix and vapor. Oh, like mixing vapor. All right, cool. That's a cool name, bro. Honestly, quite a cool name. Let's hyper dimension at the end here. With, but maybe hyper. Yeah, because it sounded like, because that's literally what the chorus sounded like. It sounded like the dimension part, and I'm like, yeah, it's very mono right now. That's crazy. All right, cool, and let's actually throw a chorus on the end as well, because there is potential. Now, let's see what happens if we put the hyper and the chorus before the compressor distortion at the end. No, we need it at the end, which is really interesting because normally I don't have that shit at the end. I have it at the beginning of the chain. You're explaining this well. Hey, you're on board with everything that I'm saying, though. That's the thing, right? I'm only explaining it well to you, I think, because you understand everything that's happening. Like, we both thought of doing the hyperdimension at the same time, right? What does this button do? Oh, just presets. Oh, I can duplicate this way. I prefer my way anyway. Sorry, it is very loud, I know. All right, let's. I forgot we just started with a sawtooth. Oh my god, I thought there was going to be something cooler here. Let's see what happens if we put a sine wave into this. No. I mean, look, it's tailored perfectly for a sawtooth, to be honest, isn't it? Let's try this. There's no point putting it there. Okay, let's try something really fucking naughty. I'm gonna turn off the utilities. Yeah, too naughty. This one's not needed since I've already got it here. But what we could do is instead of mono, I just reduce the width. Bass mono, turn it all the way up. All right, I think we're pretty solid. I think we're on the home stretch now. Just a little bit of reverb, yeah? Don't think we need to lay on this fucker. Plate, maybe. My twin says it sounds like an electric cricket. I don't know what electric cricket sounds like. Why is there like a no looking? Oh, listening only. Whoa, cool. You listening only. So you can't see what's on my screen. Just thinking about what sort of plate. Yeah, definitely plate, not hall. I'm gonna put the envelope one on the mix. I am going to put the envelope 2 on the mix instead. Yeah, I'm in the mountains in Alaska. I've had bad call surface. Oh, cool. I'll explain what I'm doing then. That way you can stay with me. So I put envelope 2 on the mix and I'm increasing the release on envelope 2 so that, and that's the mix of the reverb, so that the reverb comes in after the signal is done, but a little after the signal is done. So there will still be a bit of reverb in there, but as soon as the synth is done, after a little bit, that's when the reverb's gonna hit. Like that, like a warmth. Almost like a pre-delay, but perfectly in tune with the note. Increase the width. About there. Change the size. There it is. Change the dampening. I think we're cooking here. That's the other fucking notes. I like that ticking sound after. I don't know why that's there, but I'm not against it. In the key of C major. The harmonic major, I think. I'm trying to do row, row, row your boat. Whoops. Damn, I can't remember. But the echo is sick, isn't it? It's perhaps too aggressive. I think I need some low end, but fuck it, let's just save it as is. What should we call it? Mix in vapor, what we calling this? You get to decide what we call it. You've got 10 seconds, 10. 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Electric cricket, love it. That makes sense. I should have guessed that you were going to say that, actually. All right, electric cricket. So now that that's done, what I'm going to do is really just fuck shit up a little bit more. So I'm not going to be done with it yet. I'm just going to see if we can just really ruin it. So I'm going to add convolve, and I'm going to add, let's do a weird one. We're going to go with click vinyl, and I'm going to turn the mix all the way up so we're only listening to the convolve. And fuck with the size. Fuck with the attack. Fuck with the decay. Fuck with the pre-delay. Fuck with the tone. Fuck with the damp. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to slowly reduce down the mix of that. Or maybe we leave it as is, and I'm going to throw on an EQ and make it into a LFO, baby. Turn off that reverb. Slowly reduce to convolve. Put the convolve after the EQ, LFO, let's see what happens. I'm glad you're liking it, bro. Keep the convolve before the EQ, put the convolve all the way up because that is a really cool sound. Try to find a nice balance, I think, there. I'm going to fuck with the Q. About there. Now there is too much delay here. I think it does need the reverb in it, but that's 100% reverb. The reverb actually does sound quite cool. I'm going to put the envelope one onto the mix of the reverb and then fuck with that. It has turned out pretty well, hasn't it? Weird. Let's see what happens if we put the EQ before everything. Nope. Definitely not. Certainly not. This is horrendous. Nope. 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 Slowly moving it down the effects chain. About there is where it starts to become okay. So that versus this. I think we have it there, actually. Oh, Anthony says, I also like making weird, trippy sounds. You know how to make a song? I just trip. Nice, bro. What's your trip of choice? Acids, shrooms, DMT? What's your go-to? What's your preference? Now there is some delay here which I don't quite like. So just to keep it clean, because now that we don't need it as heavy as it was before, I'm going to put envelope one onto the mix of the final distortion, and I think that should fix some of the issues. It does fix quite a bit. There's still some clicking, but that's okay. Now, we are missing out on some high end, so I'm going to throw on a multi-band compressor at the end and see what happens. Too much bass, unfortunately. Acid, but the last few times I tripped, I had the cops arrest me. That is fucking horrifying. Anthony says, back in the 80s when acid was the real deal. Hard to find clean acid nowadays. Really? Because acid, there's acid testing kits, isn't there? So you can still make sure that it's clean. I would assume. Not that I do drugs or know anything about it. All right, look, I think we need to add some high end to this, something shimmery, because unfortunately this EQ has just cut out all of the low end, which obviously makes sense. There we go. Allegedly. Yeah, exactly. What, Mixon, you got to tell us the story, bro. Fucking police arresting you is nuts. Anthony says, by clean, I mean like it used to be. So much now is synthetic. I thought acid is synthetic. Like, it's a chemical. It's not naturally forming, is it? As far as I'm aware. This is turning out to be quite a decent synth. I'm going to try to fuck with the LFO shape, see what happens. Okay, that is decent, but I want a bit of a wah sound. So I'm going to get in a filter and put it where that EQ is, the one that's doing the movement. And I'm going to turn off the EQ and just pretty much replace it by this filter. But this filter is at MG low 6, so it should be pretty chill. Increase the resonance, see if we can get a wah-wah sound. Awesome, I did indeed get a wah-wah sound. Let's double it up with the EQ, see what happens. EQ has ruined it. I'm going to remove the EQ and I'm going to put the EQ underneath the filter, but this time, instead of the high end doing stuff, I'm going to have it be the low end, but as just a peak that's going to be moving up and down, and that's going to give it a bottom lip to the upper wah. About there. All right, that's cool. There is some sort of high note frequency fucking shit up, so I'm going to try to identify it and remove it. Witches used to have acid from bad bread or something. Oh shit, interesting. Synthetic acid is like 2CB. Mushrooms are good too. Interesting. But I mean, 2CB is a whole different thing, isn't it? 2CB is a completely different drug. Completely different drug. Though it is still a psychedelic. Yeah, mad. Bad bread given acid. I can see it given like shrooms. Right. So I'm sure you can hear that there's a high frequency issue. I'm just going to try to identify it and then reduce it. Hopefully it's where I think it is in the effects chain, because if it's happening after this point, then what I'm doing here is not going to be helpful. All Nope, it is not happening there. Okay, I'm going to need to do it right at the end. Can you hear it? Am I crazy? Let me check the EQ, see if there's it. Yeah, I think I'm not crazy. Am I crazy? It's maybe like 1K hertz-ish, actually. Wait, if I let my bread mold, I might get acid for free? Well, you had to pay for the bread and you got to pay for time. I don't recommend trying it out. Unless you're a witch, then maybe you could. Per mixin's, you know, you've just got a crazy Subtronics noise. This is not Subtronics. Subtronics is fucking insane with this shit. This, in my opinion, is a bit weak. In my opinion. Okay, let me see if I can identify that frequency. I don't think I can because I tried with that EQ after, but fuck it, can't find it. Whatever. Which one's better? The wah wah wees. Wah wah wee wah. What up, real madman? I think this one's better. Let's do a mix of both. There it is. Fucking beautiful. Subtronic's new album a few months ago goes hard as fuck, especially the song Stratosphere. Shit, dog, I don't have, I've not listened to it. Have you seen Subtronic's, live? You're right, it is. It does sound like it's underwater. I think, because you said that, bro, I'm going to automate that. I'm going to put that on a macro, because that is cool. Underwater. Not to be confused with wetness, though it is wet. This is dry, and that's wet. But it is underwater, yeah. Alright, what we call it in this one, I'm going to save it now. I'm going to call it quits for this synth and I'm going to start anew. What are we calling it? You first one to say it wins. You get 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I saw Subtronics live before he blew up. I'm not calling it that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I am going to call it that. I saw Subtronics live, full stop, before he blew up. I would love to call it Water Cricket, honestly, Mixing Vapor, if only you got there a little quicker. Then again, you do say that you are watching with a little bit of delay. Go on then, because of that. Water Cricket. Also, I like how you spelt cricket. Lovely. All right, cool. Water Cricket. So, let's see what have we made so far today. Only just those two, right? We've got Electric Cricket. The fucking sick sound, honestly. Electric Cricket. And oh, I did Daft Funk today. Whoops, wrong pitch. And I did Daft Funky today as well. A little bit of fun. And then just now we finished not Electric Cricket, but Water Cricket. Whoops, wrong octave again. Let me just write down what octave it needs to be on the synth so that I know forevermore. All right, cool. You really need a sampler, I think. Ableton's got a built-in sampler. I only use synths, baby. I'm a software boy. I'm glad you think it's cool though, Mixin. All right, let's start. Let's do another one. Let's do another. I was gonna go right now because I need to eat. I've only had breakfast and it is approaching 6 p.m. But fuck it. Let's just do one more. Let's do one more. Food can wait. You know what I mean? Synths can also wait, to be fair. All right, look, because we've got quite a few of you here now, we get to choose whatever synth we want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you got to choose a number from 1 to 5. First one to type it in the chat wins. 1 to 5. You got 10 seconds to decide. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, there is too much delay for me to do these countdowns. 3, all right, cool. So S2 tables, we've got analog or digital. Let's go with analog. And all right, so, but 6 is my fave number. All right, cool, we'll do 6 then as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've gone with 80 DFAM. Well, that's what you guys have chosen. I can fuck heavy with that. I love that. I'm gonna turn down the random because I don't like random. I will eat. Don't worry, Mixin. That's time. I've got plenty of time. I can eat later. But this is just so much fun. I really, really enjoy it. I really, really, really enjoy making synths. So I'm glad that you guys are here as well. It's much more fun doing this shit when I'm not alone. You know. All right, so this to me sounds like an FM situation. For sure. So on the second wavetable, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please choose a number from 1 to 5. You've got 10 seconds again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4. Perfect. And please choose a letter in the alphabet. Any letter in the alphabet. Sorry, Anthony. Mixing got there first. Then again, you got to remember, Twitch is quicker than YouTube, so there is a slight delay whilst you're watching here, Anthony. Choose any letter from the alphabet. First one, C. So C, there's only one C, and that's Creeper. You know what? Almost every time I ask someone to choose a letter in the alphabet, it's C, except for Anthony, who's just chosen T. You know what? Fuck it, because I love you, Anthony. I'm going to put another one in as well. That's T. So we've got Thin Thick, we've got Trilobyte 1 and Trilobyte 2 and Trilobyte 3. I've not heard of either of them. So choose a number from 1 to 4. You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Choose a number from 1 to 4. 6, 1. All right, cool. So we're going to go with Thin Thick. All right, so I'm going to turn off oscillator B for now, and I'm going to do FM from B, remove the volume down, and then see what that sounds like. Fuck, we've got some awesome options here. I'm gonna fuck with the octaves and see what we can get out of this. Fucking with the wavetables of oscillator B. See, this one sounds good right there, but the problem is, to me, is that there's too many resonant frequencies. It's a bit loud in certain areas and I can't be bothered to clean it up, so I'm just going to choose a different wavetable position. I might choose this one. It's a lot more simple, but I kind of want that because I'm going to be introducing another oscillator in here and I don't want it to be too messy right away. So this time we'll go with phase distortion because why the fuck not? Who gives a shit? And I'm going to do this phase distortion onto oscillator C, which is the thin, thick one. Let's have a listen. Gonna fuck with the octaves, see what happens. We'll have it around there. I'm going to try the wavetable positions. About there. Oh, random's up. Let me retry the wavetable positions. Okay. All right, right about there is as powerful as I could possibly get. And let's get some noise up in here. I normally don't add noise. We've got color noise. Let's get pink noise because it's the most beautiful fucking noise in the world. Listen to that. Lovely. And we've got filter, but we don't need a filter. Let's keep that at 50. Oh, wow, we can control the stereo width of the noise. Let's do that, and instead, let's actually put it onto white noise. And no, let's keep it onto pink noise. So sorry. And we're going to send it to filter 1, and I'm going to filter out the highs. So we've just got the lows there. And I would like then to send this just to bus 1. Is that possible? I want it to just go to bus 1, not to the main. Oh, yeah, it is. There we go. So the noise is only going through the filter. It's the only thing going through the filter. And then it's the only thing going through bus 1. And bus 1 is going to have ridiculous distortion, tube distortion. Let me just turn off oscillator A. So right now we're just listening to the noise. Hopping on a train to ride through Alaska. That is so fucking cool, bro. It must be fucking freezing over there. Also, Alaska is so massive, it blows my mind every time I see it. That is tube distortion on the low end of noise. Let's try soft clip. Hard clip. Let's try overdrive. Lovely, stack it. Awesome. And I'm going to get EQ on that shit and gently roll off the high end. Very, very fucking gently. Awesome. And now I'm going to bring it back down to the center. Awesome. And I'm going to, perhaps a bit weirdly, I'm going to cut out the low end. Considering I just... There we go. All right, and now I'm going to go and turn on oscillator A again. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. All right, let's throw on a compressor. Let's just go through this quick. Hold the fuck on. Bus 1 is going through main after. Right? Hang on. We can find this out. Let me turn off that. It is. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so that means then I don't need to cut out the low end yet. I'm going to bypass it. Awesome. I'm going to bypass it. And I am going to, yeah, keep that multiband compressor on. Try it without. Cool. We're going to turn it off. We're going to put on distortion. And this is going to fucking beefen up that low end. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Fucking hate it. Let me turn off the noise. Yeah, let's just work with that. But sorry about wasting everyone's time. We've got to explore. We've got to explore. All right, so noise, the distortion sounds amazing. We don't need it right now. So let's see what we can do. phaser is something that I always love. I'm getting a bit bored of everything. Let's throw on filter. This is something that I don't fuck with much. Is anybody still here? If you are, I've got some decisions that I need for you to make for me, please. Let me know if anybody's here. Hey, okay. Mixin, I would like for you to... okay, both of you. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choose a number from 1 to 5, please. You've got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lovely. And of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 options, Anthony says 3. We're going to go with 3, which is diffuser. Holy shit. This is so fucking nuts. All right, let's see what that sounds like. Let's turn off note. It just kind of adds a flavor to it. Oh shit. I can barely hear it, to be honest. Now we're talking. That swoosh was cool, was it? With the resonance up. See, I feel like it's a texture rather than moving the whole thing. Which isn't a bad thing, to be fair. We can add a little bit of movement there. All right, let's throw on distortion and then repeat it. Oh, if I duplicate the thing, does it duplicate the... It doesn't. I was hoping it would duplicate the LFO. Now, that is gnarly. Minus 59%, that's it. The train has breakfast menu. Oh, fucking awesome. Do they have a full English? That's my favorite breakfast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of this filter. But I can use it almost like a erosion. There is slight difference. Okay, I'll leave it on. Without? With. It does thicken up the sound a bit, to be fair. What if... Okay, I've got an idea. This is something that I don't really do, I think, ever, to be honest. I'm going to split the mids and the sides, and I'm going to have this effect only on the sides. Now, right now, there isn't any sides. So I'm going to throw on a hyper dimension, and then I'm going to throw this filter onto the sides. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Haha! Have you ever heard of the venue Red Rocks in Colorado, near Denver? Yeah. Dubstep, innit? Now that's some fucking movement. Now if we have gentle movements of this, real slow gentle movements, that's going to give something weird. It's almost like a phaser. That is fucking awesome. Let's throw a distortion on top of everything. Overdrive, of course. Stack it. Let's get some motherfucking phaser up in here. Maximum phasing. Yeah, a lot of EDM stuff is played there, but other types of music as well. Oh, really? I thought it was just like dubstep or like bass music. You know what I mean? Like heavy, aggressive, bro step bass music, which I'm not against. I love me some bass music. Specifically dubstep. I don't like house and shit. Industrial sounding sounds. Oh, really? I'm getting a moose kiss. It's Irish cream, hot coffee, whipped cream, and chocolate drizzle. Brother, that sounds delicious. That sounds so fucking yummy. What I'm doing here, right, is what in Red Rocks. Yeah, maybe. I don't think Red Rocks is ready for what I do. I don't want an LFO on that shit. But we could have a macro on that shit, because it is clearly changing quite a lot. What's the lowest I want? So that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for the lowest frequency that I want for this macro to go. Yeah, about there, and then we've got to try to find the highest frequency that I want it to go to. Yep, about there. And then we can control it. Let's put the phaser before the distortion, see what happens. Nope, keep it after the distortion. Fucking awesome. No, I mean, these sounds that you're making sound industrial, like some sound. Yeah, it does. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. We're on the same page. Right now, this does sound industrial, you're right. Let's throw on, not bode, but convolve, and I'm going to blur the fuck out of it. Hey, I do mean bode then, because the other one doesn't have, okay. Turning blur all the way up on bode, and I'm going to mono the input just to see what the fuck happens. No, I'm not. Awesome, let's increase the delay. Does nothing. Let's fuck with the shift. Not a huge change, but I'm going to put the bode only on the middle. Love that. Fucking love that. Love that so much. I'm going to mono the input, not that it matters because it's on the mid anyway. No, it does matter. No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to reduce the width down to 0 because it's the mid. fuck with the feed, see what happens. Now we're fucking talking. Fucking weird, man. I like dub, trance, techno, house, drum and bass, psytrance, acid, just about everything except for most trap. As in like trap and bass you don't like? Or do you mean like trap music, like the spin-off of hip-hop sort of thing? Ooh, okay, I've got an idea. I'm going to put envelope 1 on the delay, so whilst it's playing, it's going to sound whack. As soon as it stops, it's going to stop. Ooh. Let me turn off the bode, see what the sound is. It is the bode. Okay, I'm going to put envelope 1 on the mix of the bode as well. Cool. Now I'm going to bypass it off of the delay, see if that makes a difference. It doesn't. All right, perfect. I'm going to turn it completely off the delay. Fucking so cool. And I'm going to throw in a utility back into the mid to make sure it stays in the mid. Put the width down. So fucking weird. Trap music, gotcha. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of trap music either. I'm not a fan of like R&B and bashment for some reason. It just doesn't do it for me. And I listen to this shit, so that says something. I don't know what it says, but it says something. I wish I could just solo the mids. Oh, I can actually, if I put a hard limiter on the sides. Now, because what I'm going to do is gently, I'm going to put on an EQ and gently reduce the highs in the mids. That wasn't as gentle as I thought, but it sounds better that way. Maybe a bandpass filter? Yeah, could do. Could do. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's fine. That is naughty, naughty, naughty. But what if we do the exact same thing for the sides, but instead of... we're pretty much doing what you said, to be honest. We're going to have the lows not come out the sides. Reduce the gain. That is so fucking weird. Okay, I'm going to throw on a compressor on the top of everything. Multiband. We've got a clicking sound at the beginning. I'm just going to increase the attack to get rid of that. There we go. I mean, that's good, but I'm going to throw on another multiband compressor. Throaty. And changing macro 1 gives us different frequencies. All right, very cool. You know what? Your bandpass idea, I fucking love it, actually. Let's do a real fucking heavy bandpass. Just see what happens. We'll do it before the phaser. And I'm going to put the macro onto the cutoff so it's the same as the frequencies, but I'm going to try to align it. That's the lowest possible point that I want. That's the highest possible point I want. I don't think I want that as the lowest possible point in hindsight. No, I think I do. And let's see, let's just hear what happens. Perhaps too much. Let's reduce the resonance and see what happens. Cool, let's reduce the mix and see what happens. Oh. I've accidentally put it behind the filter distortion, but I don't think that's a bad thing, actually. Fuck, no it is. That is disgusting. So sorry to everybody that had to hear that. Woo! There we go. Alright, you know what, Anthony? That suggestion, I fucking love that. I fucking love that. Lovely. Now, we are not done yet, because what if we just made this as an LFO, right? It's a bit boring, it's a bit, there's not a lot of crazy stuff going on. Hey, what happens if we do the noise instead of our synth? I think that makes sense. With the synth, lower the level. Just adds extra noise. It's not a bad thing, actually. Adds a little bit of color. I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, fuck yeah, me too, bro. Really good stuff. Let's fuck with the wavetable, see what happens. Okay, yeah, sure. Fuck with the octaves, see what happens. What was the original octave? I think we had it perfect. Okay, it was 2. -2. I think we call it here, fellas. Because with this, we've got a starting point, I would say. Because now we can throw on, if we wanted to, we could throw on an LFO. And get a little wobble going. If we wanted to. Have a little bit of fun with it. There's many different synths out of this one synth. And we should put the filter before the compressor. All right, so we are cooking at C2, so I'm going to put C2 there as the artist, but it's actually Lim Lam and Anthony and Nixon. You know what? Let's write that in. Anthony and Mixin. Did I spell Mixin right? Yeah. And I do need to write C2 so that I remember what octave it is. And I can macro 1 and noise and filter are the things that I want to be changing. What shall I call it? It's the last one, and then I'm going to go because I also need to pee now. This synth took half an hour to make. What are we calling it? You've got call it 15 seconds to decide. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't think anybody's here. I am going to call it the last thing that was said in chat, which is I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad it worked out. Save it in 2025. All right. Bang. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, look, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for everybody that's come down. Have a nice rest of your day.